Ni shujaa wazalendo we, ni shujaa na PLP, ni shujaa sisi wote we, ni shujaa ndio maana, ndio maana, ndio maana wanja, ndio maana we remember to remember. Let us remember not to forget. Let us remember those dismembered. Let us remember who was stolen by the colonial terrorists and taken all the way to Gusii land. Mama Mzalendo, Queen Mekatilili wa Menza, she broke out of prison and walked back more than 1,000 kilometers back to Giriamaland to continue with the liberation of our people. Let us remember. May we remember to remember. Remember. Let us remember not to forget. Let us remember the great Koitalel Arap Samoei, him not related to the bad boy Kasongo. Let us remember him, Koitalel Arap Samoei, who resisted against the settlers who came to invade the Nandi land. Remember him, Koitalel, who brought forth Basaloi Mangyen, the longest serving detention prisoner in Kenya. Let us remember not to forget. May we remember the great king from Nairobi, Wayaki Wahinga, him who was stolen by the settlers and taken all the way to Kibwezi. They buried him alive. Let us remember not to forget. Remember Modoni Nyanjiro, 1922, Central Police Station. She who went and resisted against the jailing of our freedom fighters, Hari Thuku and others. And when the colonialists saw this, they shot her in the heart, and her blood flowed down to the ground, mixing with the soil of our land. Remember to remember. Let us remember not to forget. How can we choose not to remember the great Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi Washiori? He who said, it is better to die on our feet. It is better to die on our feet than to live on our knees. Let us remember not to forget. May we remember not to forget. P.O. Gama Pinto, the first member of parliament in independent Kenya to be assassinated. P.O. Gama Pinto, your soul will live forever. May we remember not to forget those who fought for the freedom of this land. Remember Abdirashid Khalif, Abdisarif Khalif, Abubakar Amudi, Adu Awiti. Remember Agwins Kothek. Let us remember Ali Mazurui. Remember not to forget Bishop Kipsang Alexander Muge. May we remember Ambu and Lila Patel. Let us remember not to forget General Baimungi. Let us remember General Mwariama, my Lukoloik. Let us remember Bena Bluma, Mama Victor. Let us remember Social Justice Crusade Caroline Mwatha. May we remember not to forget DK Sharda. Remember Edoga Mulai, Fitz D'Souza, Gasheshe Wamiano, Gakara Wawanjao. Remember Gesheha Mungai, GP Oulu. Remember Mohamed Kakoile. Remember Hattings Okoth Ogendo. Remember Harun Ahmed, Hari Thuku, Hezekiah Rabala Ochuka. Let us remember Humphrey Kimani Ndegwa. Remember Jacinta Kabika. Let us remember not to forget J.M. Kariuki. Him killed 50 years ago in 2 days to come. Let us remember not to forget Josephine Nyawera Gengi, Odongo Langi, Joseph Murumbi. May we remember not to forget Karemi Ndufu. Remember Karioki Gadito. Remember Kereta Ole Kisio, Koitalal Arap Samoei. Remember Lemayan Ole Taiko, Lucas Pikeche, Makan Singh, Marilal Desai, Masinde Muliro. Let us remember not to forget Muhoni Kerema. May we remember not to forget Nazmi Durani. Let us remember Nyambura Wangogi. Remember Odhiambo Mbai, Odhiambo Olel, Odindo Opiata. Remember Osumba Lango. Let us remember Padi Onyango Sumba. May we remember Fariz Wahu. Let us remember not to forget Wahome Whispers Mutahi. Let us remember not to forget Wenje Wamwaderi, Wangondu Karioki, Wangari Maathai, Mama Yetu. May we remember Wanjiro Matenjwa. Remember not to forget Wanjiro Kehoro and Wako Wapi. Remember Wasonga Sijeo. Remember Willie Kimani, Yakub Din, Zarina Patel. Let us remember not to forget. May we remember the Gen Zs fallen down in the streets of Nairobi. May we remember not to forget. Remember Rex Masai. Remember fallen Gen Zs like Brian Lemayan Kasaine, Austin Makoha, Mike Kehoga, Chris Gitonga, Kennedy Onyango, 12 years old. Remember Matthew Njoroge, Kevin Mawasi, Besley Koge. Remember not to forget David Shege, Erickson Chalo Mutisia, Ibrahim Kamawanjiro. Remember not to forget Mbithi alias Scott. Remember not to forget Emmanuel Giggs Tata. Remember Clinton Mwavali. Remember Kennedy Odhiambo Maina. Remember Wilson Sitati. Gen Z Kennedy Njero. Gen Z Valentine Njeri. Gen Z Eric Kanyoni Chieni. Remember not to forget the Gen Z's Eric Kiratu, Caroline Shiramba. Let us remember. May we remember to remember. Let us remember not to forget. PLP! Unite, liberate! Ni shujaa sisi sote we. Ni shujaa Elijah Masinde. Ni shujaa Kondele we. Ni shujaa Tasugoi. Ndio maana Viva Africa, viva! Viva PLP, viva! Unite, liberate! PLP! Rayo.
Jamani, hata kwa makofi hatuwezi kuwa wachoyo wenzangu. Tumekataa. Hayo tumekataa jamani. Makofi mazuri kwa the people's poet. Makofi mazuri jamani. Asante sana. Jina ikiwa basi ni Dunge Gedhuku, the people's poet, aspirant wa Kabete, na naona kweli ni mkakamavu, mtu ambaye amependa watu na anapenda kuwaelimisha kwa njia zote. Basi tunapoendelea na hafla hii niweze kutambulisha viongozi ambao wameweza kufika wakati huu, ikiwa ni pamoja na gavana wa Makueni ambaye aliongoza kwa 2 terms na alikuwa na track record ambayo kila mtu aliimba na kuiga, His Excellency Kivutha Kibwana, ambaye he's also a human rights activist. Tafadhali makofi kwa viongozi wetu wanapoendelea kufika. Vile vile nitambue kufika kwake kiongozi shupavu Morara Kebaso,